back everybody to this week's episode of Feathering Down Homestead, where we are trying to grow as much food and become as self-sufficient as possible, and you are here to join us on our journey. So today I thought I would start the video off with taking you along on our pig shelter build. There's no way we're going to get finished today, but you can join us anyway. So we are currently, me and Jasper, in our junkyard behind us, where, oh, don't tip them all over. Where basically we store any materials that we can use. Storing is a bit of a, we dump them. We dump the materials that we hope to use, and we've also got our old tree hut build here, which we have been pulling down and repurposing for the pig shelter. So we are going to pull down some more and hopefully get some more of our floor done. My goal here is to use as much junk as we've got lying around on the farm as possible and create it into something useful. The pigs have been waiting for a new shelter for a wee while, so we really want to get this done before we are due to have babies. This just goes on an angle. Watch out. Finally managed to get out the piece we need, and Jasper is already busy getting it over the fence for me. Yep, slide it over. You're doing it on the wrong side of the decking though.
Doing it on the other side?
But yeah, we're doing this piece first.
Mum, the ones that mine.
All these pigs are waiting for food because this is where we now feed you guys. Well, I'm gonna have to get in there and then they're gonna realise I have no food for them. Yep.
No.
Just drop it in there.
Pig! It's gonna get squished then.
Nah, you'll be fine. She'll move. Yep, just put it down like that. Good job. Oh, I bet you I have more of them in my hair. Can you have a look?
Get more. Careful.
It's okay, you can pull. Oh, we're going to get a full hair treatment now. Oh yeah, that one's in there deep, eh?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it out? Oh. Right, Jasper, we need to get one more of those beams and out. Okay, we'll get the rest out later. Ew. Yeah, Jasper's ready for lunch already.
Animal. And then more.
Yeah, okay, so the plan is one more beam to go along there and then more of the pallets to go across, and then we're going to cover all that in plywood just because pigs are pigs and they have some good strength to them. So the shelter won't be the shelter won't be made to last forever. Pallets are not treated wood, so they will rot over time, but we've done similar with our goat shelter, and it's at least 2 years old already, and it's still holding up all right. So for now, while we're on a tight budget, it'll just give us enough time to actually get some savings into the bank account so we can do that. Hello, my love. Much of ours. I bet you not much of anything. Just for some baby Judy. And freaking out because the pig is coming. Alright, so for now, this is where we're calling it quits. I don't know if we'll come back for it later. Never. But we're going to put another post up behind me to finish off the floor, which means we also need to put a post right where I'm standing. But as Jasper keeps reminding me, it is lunchtime. Took us a lot longer to get out a beam. We still need to get at least one more beam. So, like I said, it's not going to be a one-day project. Well, we are back with this week's dates, and I am making my way in this very cold, crispy morning to do checkups on the goats. Won't take it to all the goats, but just yet, I will later. We are going to check on the main herd, which we've got lots of mums about to drop. And I've already seen from the driveway one mama is isolating herself by the looks of it, unless everyone else is just hiding, but I don't think so. Morning, my lovelies. How are you? All right. No, it's not feeding time. I'm just coming to check on all yours. Yes, River. Hello. All right. So her legs are still intact. Hello, Pocket Rocket. How are you this morning, Bella? Bella has not been feeling super well, so she's been getting treatments. Hey, how are you feeling this morning? Now, if anything, this winter has shown us where we are lacking in our animal care program, so we are working on it. Oh, there's a couple of goats here, so this is where Tinkerbell, now Tinkerbell isn't here, she is on the big hill at the moment. Tinkerbell had her babies a couple of days ago, so I will show you them later. She's doing really well. She had a set of twins, a white girl and a coloured boy, and Tinkerbell is one that can't feed her babies, so it's always... Oh, you definitely dropped. Have you got a baby? Because you look skinny, do. Maybe we've got two mamas having babies. Let's have a look, sees. Sophia, come here. Where you going? Rosie over there. Oh, honey, don't follow me. You can stay here. No. Okay, she's decided she's not having a baby, even though she really is. So she's got a lot of goop coming out, which is always a great sign that birth is imminent. When I checked her ligaments last night, they were pretty much gone, so she's ticking along on track, which is nice. What are you guys doing? These birds don't seem to mind the rain or the sunshine. I mean, they like the sunshine. You get a bite. You don't want you to bite me. Oh yes, I know. So it appears like they could all come at once. I'm pretty sure, well, Rosie, she's definitely going. Sophia, she won't let me check her, but her rear end looks like it has dropped a lot, so I'm pretty sure she's going. And then I have just checked on Sunshine over here, and her ligaments also seem to have disappeared. So if they have truly disappeared, I'd expect to see babies out of her in the next 24 hours or so too. And you, my love, are going to be the last one standing. Hey? Yeah. Her legs are still there, so what we're checking for with the ligaments is, let's see if she'll skill. You stay there and I'll show people. So when we're looking for the ligaments, you run your hands down to where their tail is, and you can feel right along here two pencil-like sticks or ligaments, and as they get closer to delivering, they soften, so it gives more space for the baby it gives more space for the babies to pass it through, and they say once they completely disappear, so you can't feel them at all, and sometimes you have to push a little bit to feel them, but once they completely disappear, then they should technically be in labour. I think it's within 24 hours, so that's pretty much the number one indicator we use. Some goats will have gunk like that one coming out, and in the case of Tinkerbell, she had absolutely nothing other than her ligaments gone, and the biggest telltale sign with her was that she isolated herself. Alright guys, we're back on the tools this morning. We are going to try and get a little bit more work done on the pig shelter while the sun is out, and we will see how far we get. Just realised that the camera was off while I gave you a whole spiel about why I am leaving the shelter and coming to check on my goats. So I'm here in the goat paddock. She's having a big old cry and a call, so I'm just coming to check out on Rosie. I think she's just letting the world know she's about to have a baby. Yep, well, there's no backtracking on that now, is there? It comes to you when you're done. Looks like she's going to be a crybaby. I am sure we will hear her from the other side of the paddock. Right, we are back at the old tree hut, and see, what I'm trying to do is take some of these beams down as the base for my shelter, but the screws are all in super deep or burred or bent, and it ain't making it easy, but we'll keep trying. After all that, I have given up. I'm going to dash up, grab the grinder, because we're actually almost there. It's just that last little bit that won't budge, and they are screws, so they don't want to come out with a hammer. Never build something with screws and nails right next to each other, because I can't figure out which is which, and it makes it that much harder to pull apart. The grinder cannot reach. Sorry, I look like a complete mess, but the grinder blade can't reach the screws where they are. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Maybe try it with a spade. Just as well, I was not standing in the way of that, but we got there, so let's get on with it. Now I know my goats, the two that are having babies, I can't see them, but I know they've gone off to have their babies. One's kind of, let me see if I can point it out to you. No, my hand. So there's a bunch of trees right by my finger. One of them's over there, and then one of them's just in the pathway on her own, but pretty sure they've both gone off to have babies. So we will probably go and have a little nosy in an hour or so and make sure that they've managed to successfully give birth. But I don't expect any problems out of either of these. Both have successfully given birth before, and both of them should not need help with the babies. Now, with all that being said, we do breed our goats to produce milk for us. So the hard part of it is moving on the babies. So we will try sell them. If they don't sell, they get raised for meat. Tinkerbell's baby girl has already found a home. She's still here. She's getting picked up on Tuesday. And hopefully one of these mums will produce another girl so that they can go in pairs. They goats do much better with at least two of them. The boy that Tinkerbell has, we are going to keep because we recently lost Cosmo and we need a replacer for him. Tinkerbell, this is her last season, just because the others are getting really low to the ground. But, yep, that's the current plan. After measuring, measure twice, cut once type thing, I have discovered that I've put this post too far this way. So we're at about 10 centimetres, which means I am moving it over. Okay, I found it now, not later. But it's still annoying. So, yep, I'm just going to leave the camera off for now and get on with it and show you my progress in a bit. Good girl, you got it.
He has poured me for pets.
Yes.
You got your paw on me.
Baby today.
And now he's got it up.
So you're at the top.
We have gone through two awful rams, Shifra. Two awful rams to find this lovely...
That's beautiful.
to find this lovely, lovely ram. Anyway, I don't know where the camera cut out last time. Rosie has had a baby and we can go have a quick squiggle at her. Sophia is still very fat and pregnant and in denial. And I'll turn the camera around once she's decent. She's just taking a toilet break. Bella, so that is the goat who I mentioned this morning, isn't feeling so well. Has surprised us all by throwing us this wee little boy over here this afternoon. So we thought we'd seen her pushing, went down after lunch to check if there was any progress, and she had already had the baby. So that in itself is great, and I do think she is starting to feel a bit better, but she has absolutely no milk. So we've already given her some of Poppy's colostrum. Well, actually I say her, we've given him some of Poppy's colostrum that we had frozen should we need it, and we have needed it. But we have decided we're just going to pull this dude straight away so Mum can focus on recovery, and quite frankly she doesn't even seem to care. So yeah, we're going to go and do that. There's no way she's pushing. Why are they all pushing?
Her back was so swollen when she was sitting down just before, and she almost looks like her fanny was a bit open
Rufus
when she
was
stood
a
up.
beautiful ram.
Just so you know, the camera's
I
still.
don't care. Rufus is the best ram.
He nearly killed me.
That's your problem, not my problem. And Ruth Jr. was just as beautiful.
They were beautiful.
And so loving and kind to me. They would give me hugs.
Yeah, but you don't live here. Oh.
Yeah, but I come here
She actually
all
does.
the time anyway.
I know, but you
I
know.
boost my second home.
We have 2 more goes that are about to pop. She's not right this minute, but she is.
Sophia is having babies right now. This is
Rufus.
I mean, this is not Rufus. Excuse me. You don't get the camera. Hey, stop it.
Yeah, he's a real expensive.
Alright guys, so I am back to end the video. As you can see, yesterday I got a little bit more done on the pig shelter, but again, not an awful lot. It's going so much slower than I would really like it to. This weekend we have also had to contend with the rain, which has made things even slower because everything gets heavier and wetter and more slippery, so it slows things down. But at the end of the day, there was some progress made, as you can see over here. So we are now 6 pallets in, and I just got to place 2 more on this end. Then we will place plywood over that, and we will start building walls. But at the end of the video, I thought, why not take you guys for a little walk to see all the new babies and check on the 2 mums that have yet to drop. So as you all know, well, you would have seen throughout the video, Rosie's had a baby, Bella's had a baby, and then we've had Sunshine give birth yesterday to twin boys. We're still waiting on Feta, who is looking mighty uncomfortable, and we are also still waiting on Sophia, who I actually expected would have already dropped by now, but we'll go have a look. Alright, we have Sophia here, still holding on, still not letting me touch, and still looking like she could go any minute. Alright, we have Sunshine over here with her 2 wee boys. Hello! You're being such a good first time mummy. Okay, can we have a little look? Here we are. Boop, boop, boop. Come on. Come on. I know it's all wet and muddy, but the sun's out. I have seen yellow boot, which is a good sign they are getting milk. You never know with first timers, but she seems to be getting the hang of things. I wasn't so convinced when she first had them, but she's getting it done. Rosie, you ready to show off your baby? Can we have a look at him? This guy is my absolute favourite this season. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Hi. Yes, you're proud as punch, aren't you? Born an absolute monster. He is absolutely stunning and huge. Hi, buddy. Yeah, I know you're a mama's boy. Hey? Mama's boy. Oh, yes, Rosie. You are allowed to leave. I know you did yesterday. Wet out there, huh? Yeah. So, given the emus and Louis seldom uses shelter and how wet it has been, we decided to lock the emus out from that end and open up this end so the goats, if they choose to, can make use of it. And Rosie definitely seems to be enjoying that, so glad someone is making use of it. Have to warm up in the sun. Twin boys, if you know anyone looking for some baby goats, we will be pulling them probably on Tuesday. So we'll leave them with Mum the first couple of days, just because everyone seems to be happier. And then they get a good dose of colostrum and the milk supply is kind of increased or stronger. And then unfortunately for the mama goats, we put them to work and take the babies, which they're definitely usually a bit sad for a couple of days, and I'm sad for them because I could not imagine somebody stealing my babies and going thank you very much, but unfortunately that is what's going to happen. Hi Peter. How are you feeling today? Like I said, she is feeling rather comfortable. I can still feel her legs a little bit, so I guess she will go when she goes, when she's ready. But for now, I will meet you guys at the shelter on the other side of the creek. Let's first check the shelter. There's someone in there, and I think it might be Poppy. So, as mentioned, I don't know if it was the previous video, started this video, Poppy was really not doing that well. She had some birth complications with the baby's not presenting in the right way, and well, I guess it just wasn't caught early enough because she didn't present as a typical labour. So basically her labour stalled because of the presentation, and by the time we worked out what was happening, the first baby had already passed. The second one did get delivered alive but passed shortly after, and then because of the trauma of it all, Poppy really was not looking super well. But here is Poppy. Yeah, she's got mud on her face and she is taking a nap in the shelter. However, she is looking like she is well on the way to her recovery. Her appetite is 100% back. She does still have a little bit of a sore foot, so we are working hard on making that better for her, but appetite's back. She's even getting on the stand for me once a day, not because I require it, but because she's decided she wants to. And to top it all off, Tinkerbell has one baby still with her, although he's in the shelter. I'll show him off in a minute, and I'll go grab him. Hey buddy, come here. Oh, don't run away from me. Alright, this is, what did we name you, buddy? You are nice and warm. You are nice and warm. This is Magnum. Magnum was born from Tinkerbell. He has a twin sister that is going to a new home on Tuesday. So she is being bottle fed as she's out with the other two that I'll introduce you to. But he is doing really well. So well, in fact, he has discovered Poppy has working udders too. And he basically feeds himself between Poppy and Tinkerbell, who is his real mama. No, you're just hanging out here because this is where the food is. He was being bottle fed because Tinkerbell, thank you, Tinkerbell can actually not feed her babies, or at least she can't for the first few days. Are you guys going to let me through? So Tinkerbell's udders have never been great to start with. The first time around, one of them kind of, I don't know, did some sort of implosion thing, and it's kind of regrown, but kind of still a really weird shape. And she also just doesn't carry that well. So this is her last planned season, and then I will have to make a decision on whether I find her a new home strictly for no breeding, or whether I put her in the freezer. I need to make my way down this hill carefully because it's slippery, but I am taking you guys to Daisy. Daisy is our oldest sheep here, and she has given us single babies the last 2 years. Come this year, she looked rather big, but she surprised us with 3 lambs. We kept 3 with her for the first few days, and have just recently pulled one of them because he was not really getting enough milk anymore. He was the more placid one out of the 3, so not fighting hard enough for it, and by the time it was his turn, Mum had had enough and would sit down. So Shifra has very happily adopted him, but for now, here is Mama with her 2 precious lambs. Good job. Good job, Mama. And yes, we're well aware she could do with a share, but by the time we kind of thought, hey, this is a good idea, we also recognised that she was pretty close to giving birth and pretty uncomfortable, so we decided we would wait until she'd had the babies, give her a week or so, see what the weather is doing, and pick a nice day and have a go at it then. But we didn't want to stress her out right before she had the babies. We also don't want to stress her out now that she's just had the babies. So timing is key, keeping an eye on things, and also she seems to have a bit of a sore leg, which we've checked the hooves and everything. Nothing wrong with that end, but very possible, or so we've been told, that babies were sitting on a nerve there because they seem to kind of come and go towards the end, and it can kind of take a wee bit for it to feel 100% better. So she basically got a dead leg from baby sitting on it, but that should resolve. So we're keeping an eye on it, and we'll see how we go. So first up we have Maggie. Maggie is Magnum's sister, and she has found a home to go to. So Maggie is going to stay on the bottle because she decided she had found her mum's nipple, and it is just better for everyone involved if she stays on the bottle. Next in line we have Cliffy. I'm going to show us your pretty feet. Yeah, they're all tired now because, like I said, I've just woken them up, introduced them, and then realised my camera was actually off. Cliff is the 3rd one out of Daisy's triplets and was just too friendly to fight for his food. So he's on a bottle now and he seems really, really happy. So no, Maggie, you're a jumper. Your new owners are going to have so much fun with you. I hope they've got good fences. And then last but not least, we have Trumpet. Trumpet came from Bella. Bella, his mother, is not feeling super well and still isn't. A bit touch and go with her. Not entirely sure what has happened. Maggie, you're a bit too excited. But Trumpet does seem to be doing really well. So I'm hoping his mum will recover. Seem to have kind of had a bad run of it towards the end of winter with our goats, where they've just really struggled with this constant wet weather. So it's not been the easiest kidding season with them not feeling the best, but we are making the most of it. We're also continuing to learn on how we can improve what we're doing and what we're providing to them, so that hopefully in the future everyone is much happier. But for now, I am going to end the video there, and we will see you in the next one. Debs out.